Can I just make my own talk show? Well, apparently I can, and I just did. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. There we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is Friday, July 31st, and this is... I have that on a little button. I can just do it whenever I want now. See, before, we are doing a live version of the show, and now this is live. Before, it was a pre-recorded, pre-taped show. Right now, I am live in front of an actual audience of my Patreon members over on YouTube. We've got them right over here, are my folks visiting and watching live on YouTube. Now, so before, when the show was pre-recorded, I had to edit every time I wanted to say, this is the... Literally my favorite part of doing this show. But it would take like 10 minutes to edit that one portion every single time I had to do it. But now I have this fancy new setup, and I can just say that this is the... Literally anytime I want. Oh no, I have too much power. Oh, this is scary. Well, this is a live edition, which means that we've got our viewers watching here. So everybody that is watching live right here, they are my patrons over at patreon.com/Dave Brenn. If you want to get an invitation to watch the live stream and potentially have your comments live on screen, head on over to patreon.com and become my patron today. Thank you so much. Now, the folks over here are going to be running commentary during the show. They may be potentially giving critiques. They might even come up with their own bits and jokes that we will use during the show. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. But don't worry, if the stuff that is happening over in the commentary section doesn't end up being funny enough to use in the show, I always have this button to bring up videos of my cat at any point during the show, because every show needs a cat button. I think we can all agree. Alrighty. Well, let's see what folks are saying over here in the comments. Well, first of all, they were letting me know pre-show that my sound quality was good. They were helping check things out. So technically, you guys get a production credit for helping make sure the show is good. We have in the audience today, Smarty Pants, KC, Utah. We have Edwourral Daxon, who's actually the guest in today's show. We have Shayna Sharp. We have Erica Comparoni. Who else is in there? Oh, just everybody. And Random Cat, says Edwourral Daxon. Well, there's going to be a lot of cat stuff happening in today's episode. Well, speaking of today's episode, in every episode, I try to have the happiest conversations I can with the most wonderful people I know. And today's wonderful person is Edwourral Daxon. Edwourral is a Nassau, Bahamas-based balloon artist. He's a full-time professional balloon artist working down there in the Bahamas. Not only is he a balloon artist, he is also a part-time philosopher. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. We're going to give a little update. I actually recorded this interview with Edwourral a couple of weeks ago, but there's been some developments down there the last couple of days. The Hurricane Isaias has been barreling down on the Bahamas and towards the East Coast. So we're going to have a little update from Edwourral later. He's also live here in the comments, so he can be giving us updates, making sure everything is going good down there. So, Edwourral and I met initially because we share an interest in balloons, but we became friends because we have the same ridiculous, silly sense of humor and a tendency to wax overly philosophical about some pretty silly topics. And as a perfect example, here is Edwourral talking to me about how he deals with embarrassing situations. Let's check it out. I read on Facebook today that you fell out of your bed.
That was last night, yeah.
Last night?
Listen, I was sleeping.
Yeah.
I was dozing off. You know when you have your phone and you just scroll on Facebook and you fall asleep.
Yeah.
I fall asleep, but I fell asleep on the edge of the bed. So I must have been dreaming or something, because all of a sudden, like, it's dark, and then I just see this flash of light, and then this sharp pain in the back of my head. I was like, ah! I opened my eyes, I on the floor. I was like, wow, I just rolled off on the bed. So like when I remember my cousin used to tell me this, like, when you embarrass yourself, even if you do it by yourself, like, don't just get up immediately, because now the shame is on you. Just wallow in it for a bit. So I just lay on the floor for like a while. I even had one of my friends who's like, you still on the floor? I was like, you need me to call the ambulance? I was like, no, I'm good. I'm just
embracing your shame.
Things would be so much better if you just embrace it. You'd be less angrier if you just realize that you messed up. You'd be like, yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
You'd be less angry. Just take a minute. I tell everyone, like, hey, take a minute. Like, yeah, you puke up yourself. just lay down in it.
I feel like that philosophy would solve a lot of our political issues right now.
Just you're okay. Okay, just lay down in it. You could be okay. Just take this time to reflect. You can be all right.
Yeah.
I just tell everybody, I be like, man, listen, y'all don't know how philosophical I could be at times.
Flower clown for president sticker, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You think he's going to win this year? He's got a shot.
Well, I mean, they let Trump in, so why not?
This will be the first time he's running against an actual clown.
Oh, no, but the competition will be stiff, though, because I heard Kanye West run it too. So, that's two clowns already. So imagine a third one, like a third one that's an actual
clown.
We can't.
Yeah.
It would have been an upset if it was just Ron.
Yeah.
But no. Nah, it's Ron, Kanye, and no, sorry. One of y'all got to go.
Yeah.
Well,
Ron, as a clown, has experience filling big shoes, so. Don't worry, that's the most political that we're going to get on this show ever. For those of you who don't know, Flower Clown is a mutual friend of Eddie and ours. He's an actual clown who's actually running for president. He's been running for president for as long as I've known him, which is about 10 years now, but who knows? Maybe this year he's got a shot. Let's see. Well, let's head over to the comments and see who... Cat button... It seems like Eddie here is saying he's recommending that I should call the button. I should call it random cat button. I like that idea. In fact, we're gonna. I think something that's going to be very good for this show is if all of my buttons and individual things that I have to click have names, potentially backstories. They can have relationships with each other. Who knows? Like maybe the ad break button and the intro tag button are like secretly like having a fling, and the cat button is just like not into it. I don't know. That I'm an idea man. Then I give it to everybody else to figure out how to make it actually work. We're gonna have a little bit more of my conversation with Eddie coming up in a bit, but first I want to remind you guys, please hit like and subscribe. I'm pretty sure that it helps my channel somehow, the analytics or something. I don't really know how that works, but I am really certain that it helps my mood. So for good karma points, hit the like and subscribe button, please. It'll help me out. We're going to take a quick sponsor break right now. So whatever you do, don't close that tab. We'll be right back. My executive producer, Baby Shark the cat, is always concerned about the budget for the show, mostly because it takes away from his treat fund. So if you'd like to keep Baby Shark well-fed and happy, head on over to patreon.com/Dave Brenn and become a sponsor today. Today's show is also sponsored by BalloonArtistCollege.com. Now is a great time to learn new skills, and Balloon Artist College is a great place to start. There's a link in the description below for a special offer just for fans of the Dave Brenn Show. I think it's always smart to have a cat in your promo. You know, there are some people out there who I'm sure only watch the show for those brief moments of Baby Shark the cat in my episode, and listen, I totally get that. There are other people out there, who, however, who kind of look down on using your pets in your videos. Now, I think there are a couple of points that folks make when they say this. One is it's unethical to force your pets to be in a show. Fair enough. The other point is that it is creatively lazy to rely on the cuteness of your pets just to get viewers. And that definitely very fair. It is absolutely lazy. I'm willing to throw my hands up and say yes. But as to the first point, as any cat owner will tell you, you can't force a cat to do anything. And as a perfect example, Eddie and I were in the middle of having what was shaping up to be an incredibly interesting conversation about the philosophy behind video games. But as you're about to see, our cats had other ideas. Let's take a look.
The first time I played a video game, my dad had a Nintendo, and he played Super Mario, and I watched him do all the other stuff, like the hidden things, like jumping on the shell at a specific angle so you could get a million and whatever one-ups.
Right.
I was like I just fell in love with video games from that time, and video games caused me a lot of trouble in my youth because my mom didn't want me to be playing video games and just whatever. But after I became an adult and I could do all these things because I wanted to, I just started doing it. I just like the escapism of video games. I like what video games are supposed to represent, but at the same time, video games tell a story. And like some video games tell a story. I like games that tell stories because because like, you know, every now and then we need a little bit of escapism from whatever it is we're doing. So
can you hear my kitty meowing in the background?
I hear
You hear him?
I hear him right there.
There he is.
I thought it was mine.
Baby Shark.
I'm looking at this one right down there. So see. Now you know what? Yeah. Why don't you be in the video?
Yeah,
too?
actually, I gotta let him in, otherwise he won't shut up. I'll be right. BRB.
Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. You want some water? You want some water? You want the water? No? Okay. There he is.
What's your cat's name?
Bagheera.
Say again?
Bagheera from the Jungle Book. Yeah, from the Jungle Book.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Let's have a cat off. Here we go.
Watch this. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Look at him.
Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is. Oh. And he's like, who is that? Who that is? See, looking at me like, who that is? Oh my God.
We can just do that. I mean, the internet is mostly cats. So
man,
we can just
you get off on cat videos for like a whole day and never be bored. Like they always doing it. You know, when I got him the first time, I tried that thing with the cucumber where you just put the cucumber next to him.
Yeah.
And he just looked at it and he was like, really? That's what we doing? I ain't one of them cats too. I was like, do something funny. You don't do that. All you just do is lay there and
you
sleep.
just can't force them, man. It just they're too cool for that, I think.
Man,
Hey, I wanted to ask you about how long did it take you to work on that Steven Universe?
The Steven Universe.
That was
Okay.
so good. That was
No.
really
Okay.
good.
Okay. Because I have a lot of people asking me about that. Like people questioning me about it. I'd be like, just answering the comment. Ask me questions in the comments or whatever. I like everything I said in the from the beginning of the video was true. Like my first time seeing it was back in 2013.
Kitty, kitty.
Back in 2013, I watched it. I saw that episode and I saw it with my niece and nephew. But the thing is, I never got around to watching it because I ain't the type of person to follow fashion. Like if everybody doing something, I can just jump on it unless it's
Right.
something I like. Like when Game of Thrones was the thing, I was into Game of Thrones, and but even Game of Thrones, I got too late. So years past now, and it's already 2020 because I watched the entire chronology of Steven Universe in like 3 weeks, if that. Like because it didn't, each of the episodes is only 11 minutes, and then I watched the movie, and then I watched the other future episodes. So I finally got to see what everybody was talking about. But while I was watching it, I was wondering if anyone wrote any reviews on it. So I looked online and I saw some reviews, and a bunch of reviews was like just talking bad stuff about it. And I was like, why? Why do they not see what's good with the show? I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some reviewers
Wait,
who
were
actually
they were saying that they didn't like the show?
there is if you ever have the time and patience, and I telling you, there is a 2 hour and 45-minute video from this lady who is doing nothing but talking bad about Steven Universe
What?
and Rebecca Sugar. I am telling you, like I'm
What
like
is there even to dislike about the show? I can't even
I
comprehend.
they talking about, listen, enough for her to run on for 2 hours and 40 something minutes.
Oh my.
That's all I can say. I was like, wow, this is long. Like you really hate and then I keep seeing other people, and then there's like this one guy who's be poking fun at reviews, talking about like that's why I said it in the video about a lot of people saying that fusion in the show is an allegory of sex, and I was like, y'all looking at this wrong. So I decided to just sit and write down a proper review about Steven Universe, and I put it up on YouTube, and I'm like, I shared it to a lot of people. I didn't share it to like everybody, but I shared the link on Facebook, and I shared to some people I know, and I just left it. So that's where it is right now. I think it's like at 100 and something views. The world is big, so
Let's get some more views. Actually, you know, can we you want to show a clip right now?
yeah, go
Let's
ahead,
show
go ahead.
it's a 23-minute something video. It is very
Yeah,
thorough. It is
it's 26
amazing.
minutes.
Uh,
26 minutes. I could be literal.
so to
26 minutes.
in the interest of padding out my show, we're just going to show the whole thing right now. Here.
No, no,
Just
no.
kidding.
Yeah, because we have nothing to talk about.
All right, let's check out a quick clip of Edwourral Daxon's review of Steven Universe.
Surprise. Even how he has an arrangement with his dad to always play a song whenever he's going to tell a story from the past. You'll soon find out more about Steven and his family. How his mom, Rose Quartz, gave up her life to form Steven, a half-human, half-gem, and how this act of love affected the main cast collectively and individually. To me, this is the main theme of the Steven Universe show, the subject of loss, especially the loss of a loved one, how it affects people in different ways, how they deal with it, and how they should heal from it. This is represented beautifully from the entire main cast, but my emphasis is on 3 characters, namely Steven, Pearl, and Steven's father, Greg Universe. For Steven, the weight of him having lost his mother without ever meeting her and having to hear about her from other people, on top of having to live up to what's expected of him as the leader of the Crystal Gems, is a lot for him to carry. However, he takes on his role without hesitation.
All right, the link to Eddie's full review of Steven Universe is down in the description below. But spoiler alert, it does contain spoilers. Like it's mostly spoilers. It's 26 minutes of what happened in the show with Eddie's commentary, of course. And in fact, we have Eddie live on the phone right now. Eddie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You're here, buddy. How are you doing? Hopefully everyone at home can hear you. I'm going to turn the volume up. I got you right next to my microphone.
Okay.
Thanks for being on the show today, pal.
I'm doing all right. Yeah, it was good to see you, man.
Yeah.
I'm watching it right now. I'm watching it. I just had to mute it so I could talk to you guys.
Good. So tell me what's going on down there. How's hurricane life?
Well, everyone's prepping for this hurricane, and right now I'm looking outside my window, and there's wall-to-wall traffic outside my house. But everyone's prepping for the hurricane right now. I've already gotten my stuff together. I got that stuff from yesterday. All I needed was a cooler. That's why when you messaged me earlier today, I was on the way getting ice. My dad fishes a lot, so he has like 5 coolers. So I had to go borrow one of them and then put some ice in them. So I went to the ice machine and got some ice.
What was that adventure like?
It was torture. I was on the road for like 2 hours when I could have been on the road for like 30 minutes.
Yikes.
It is crazy out there. But the only people who are the lucky ones are the people who was like me, who was smart enough to get a hold of all these things beforehand. Because we was hearing about this, we was seeing this storm creep up on us from a while ago, but we should be fine though. It's category 1 now, but by the time it hits us, it might be category 2.
Right.
But we'll see what happens. But other than that, everything else at the house is fine. We're all boarded up. My Bagheera is fine. He's sleeping all the way over here.
Good. I was just going to ask how Bagheera's doing.
He right there. He's sleeping. He ain't checking for nobody right now.
Awesome. Thank you, man. This was great. Thanks for being on my first live show. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it too. I appreciate it being on the live show, and I appreciate everything, man. When I had an opportunity to get on the Dave Brenn Show, I was like, yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta do it.
Awesome. I love you, man. Stay safe down there. We'll talk soon.
Love you too, man. You be safe. I can keep you all updated as best I can.
Yes. Okay. Bye, buddy.
All right.
Awesome. Well, that is going to do it for today's episode of the Dave Brenn Show. Thank you very much. Again, my guest was Edwourral Daxon. Thanks also to my amazing patrons. Let's head over to the comments section. Let's see what we've said here. Can you solve the Rubik's Cube, says Casey, Utah. Yes, I can. That might be on a future episode. Erica says, yes, Steven Universe. I watched that now because of you, Edwourral. That's a great excuse right there just to go and watch his video to introduce you to this amazing show if you haven't watched it already. Thank you, Eddie, for being here. Thank you, everyone else, for being here. If you want to have your comments live on air, head on over to patreon.com/Dave Brenn and become a sponsor today. Alrighty, well, I am going to, I was going to do a weird trick while I read the credits, but I didn't have anything prepared. We're going to have that for next week. All right. The Dave Brenn Show is a production of Dave Brenn Media, Inc. Our graphics are by Jonathan Wilson. Production help this week from Larry Moss and Diana Habofstack. Theme music by Adi Somek and the Unpoppable Trio. Our show is executive produced by Baby Shark the Cat and paid for by viewers like you. Thanks for watching. Hey, and we did it!